Excellent. Moving
once
on.
we're off the ship and make judgment calls as it becomes necessary. So are we in agreement that we're going to touch down there and then start moving over? Okay.
Yes.
Cool. So, you make the the engines are still fired up, right? You make the landing, and
Yep.
who disembarks?
I do.
Pretty sure it's just Fisher. We wave him farewell.
You guys like walk up behind him. He steps off. You step back.
Gogo
Yeah.
just closes the door.
Close the gate, and we just fly off.
No. The joke actually was gonna be that he could just paint a big red cross on him and say that he was like on a
Well,
peace
so-
mission.
So here's the deal, right? That would probably work for him.
For him,
He's
if
human,
we are not in tow behind him.
right? Yeah, like Fisher's human. You'd have no problem interacting with Barba.
We
that's
may legitimately need to bank on that later.
Or
But
fortune.
yeah, right.
But
I
I know
mean-
I'm getting off the ship to go do things.
Yeah,
I need
Oscar
Chan
is
in
as well.
engineering, so I would say that Chan and I would stay. I don't know about Oha? Question mark.
I don't know, Jordan. I wouldn't. Oscar would
ask
not
her to
have
stay behind.
suggested.
No, I don't think she would get off here.
Yeah.
I think that
Honestly, if it came down to that
She-
having that conversation,
yeah, no.
she
She's a-
has. Yeah, she has particular skills that could actually keep the ship and everyone on it out of danger.
Yeah, and not only
So-
that, she doesn't want to even take the risk that Barba even sees her.
Yeah.
Because Barba seeing
Barba
an
don't
alien
like aliens.
is literally just going to be cause for shooty or arresty.
Or arresty then shooty.
Correct.
And then so I guess that's just is Fisher coming as well?
Yes, I'm coming.
I think Fisher
Remember-
kind of has to in this moment, right? Because like
Well,
you don't know the status of your VIPs.
well,
Yeah,
I
they
guess
could all
I'll
be full of
remember that.
holes and. So yeah, Oscar is down at he's waiting in the bay to leave,
Mhm.
and I put it in chat. He's dragging behind him his recent acquisition.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's good. I like it.
So this thing is maybe about as tall as he is. Basically, it is a gigantic monoblade fashioned after a like two-handed Chinese war sword. So
Hey,
Good.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Now I'll wait till we get off the ship.
Yeah, so I think that you've landed and like there's the Oha is probably at the docking ramp to like raise it back up.
Mhm.
And I think that the three of you you're doing that thing, right? Like if you've ever played a video game where like there's like a loading screen, like I don't know, XCOM or
Yeah.
Prey or not Prey, XCOM or what was that one where you hunted the monster and the monster was a player character and then
Monster Hunter?
no,
I know what you're talking about, but
God, I don't know why it died like instantly. But yeah, so like there's that loading screen of like, Oscar, you're kind of like checking your sheaths, making sure they're loose enough to pull out on a moment's notice, and Fortune, you're kind of like, checking battery packs and checking gauges and dialing up powers. But Dr. Fisher, what are you like doing during that loading screen before you rappel out of the ship?
I'm filling my backpack with as many. Yeah, crying whilst filling my backpack with as many medkits and other stims as I can hold.
Yeah, so you're like rushing, like you're going through your bag and like cataloging all of the materials that you're getting ready to bring on, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and so like we see like the land and the ship, right? And Oha hits the button and the door starts to descend, and the wind kind of rushes up, and I think instantly all of you smell like kind of smoky air, as it kind of like washes over you, and
I just wanted to get some research done.
exactly. And Dr. Fisher, you put on your backpack, and Fortune, you low ready your laser rifle, and Oscar, you have your hand on your hilt, and the three of you descend, and then as you after you step off the ramp, Oha hits the button, and the ramp comes back up, and you begin your journey over to the Fortana State.
Off, because technically I am within range here. Could I climb up on top of the ship and throw up my scope and see what is on top of these towers if they're visible
That's
from the ship?
pretty wise.
Yeah,
Also,
absolutely.
Yeah. There's one other thing that I want to do before we go, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Fortune, you get up and you it's not difficult for you. You can get up to the top of the ship, and you have a vantage point over most of the areas. I think that once it starts to get over here into the more like developed part of the city, you can't see much, but anything like kind of in this area, you could probably see pretty well. What's it like, 1.7K or whatever?
Yeah, 1.7. I was mostly concerned with this area because that's where the missiles, I put that in quotations because that was a blurry vision, were coming from.
Yeah. So the clearing was occupied. But also, like, if you were following the road, this is also along the roadway, like,
that's true,
into town. So it's more than likely a hotspot anyway. So you would have no problem identifying that as being a place you could look at.
Okay.
So why don't you go ahead and roll me a perception check? Your scope doesn't actually add anything, right? It just gives you the vision.
It allows me to see farther. It doesn't give me a bonus.
Yeah, give me a perception check then.
It's not terrible.
So I think that how this works is you look over and you can see kind of at the narrow portion right here, like where these roads intersect. There appears to be kind of like physical barricades, like concrete barricades up along the roadways.
Okay.
And you can see a flag, but not well enough to tell what's on it.
Perfect.
So there's some sort of like outpost or something right in this area.
All right. So
and
I tell everyone we're going to avoid here. Then
I'm gonna put it in yellow. So it's
can Oscar take a crack at that once Fortune, if Fortune says, he's up there surveying, but he can't make much of it other than outpost, not necessarily friendly or enemy.
Yeah.
Can I make a similar attempt, or did that opportunity pass?
No, absolutely. You're not being like rushed by anybody. You could just pop up there and use the scope.
Yeah, so
it's no problem.
That's exactly what he does once he's like, I can't see shit. Like, it's too smoky. Everything's burning.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Literally, the planet is burning.
So Oscar.
Go ahead and roll.
Pops up
check.
there and motion. Extends his hand, asking Fortune to hand his child over to him with the scope on it.
Do you detach the scope and hand it to him?
Well, no, because that would ruin my zeroing.
But true.
That'd fuck it all up.
I would consider holding the rifle and just let him look through it, but I do end up giving him the whole rifle.
So there's like a tense moment, and then he finally.
I'm sitting underneath you, waiting for you to drop it, just in case.
He's like holding his arms underneath, like just in case you let it slip. Cool.
So perception with
Wisdom.
What?
Yeah, wisdom in this case. It's identifying things in the moment here. Nice. So, you do recognize what the flag has on it.
Please be Ton. Please be Ton.
So the flag itself,
Probably not Ton.
the flag itself has, you could see that it has the depiction of a like Kevlar helmet, and kind of crossed behind it is a I should describe this properly. There is a quiver of arrows that have 3 arrows in it, and then crossed on the other side there are 2 feathers on the other side. And the Kevlar helmet is kind of arrayed over that.
Do I recognize that personally?
You can roll a culture traveler check to find out. Intelligence. Let me see if I can.
Would you pass this information along?
Well, I want to see if initially in the moment I know. And
Yeah.
8 is not.
So, well, I think an 8 is enough to recognize it as Barba in design.
Okay.
But I don't think you know the specifics of what that represents. Now, you could try and roll fortune to see if you know what that specifically represents.
Nope. I know it's Barba. That's all I needed to know. I mean,
So
Okay.
I think I will.
Okay.
well, yeah. Once I see that, I get on like group, internal comms, and I say, I give a description.
Well, Will, you know these guys. The reason you know them is because it is the 32nd Infantry Division of the Barba Society. Now, the reason you know what the 32nd Infantry Division of the Barba Society is because...
5 times as fast.
32nd Infantry Division, 32nd Infantry Division, 32nd Infantry Division, 32nd Infantry, 32nd Infantry Division. Fuck you. The reason you know that is because they are notorious in your little part of the sector, but not for your home land. From those other people you may or may not work for sometimes. They
Shady McShade Pants
are notorious for coming into conflict with religious societies. Most of the time violently.
Fun. Yeah. I think it's the 32nd Infantry Division of the Barb Society.
Can we relabel this now?
Hold. Making arrows.
Okay.
Very important. Yeah, I can make it red, sure. Red, please. Second. So does anyone ask Fisher why he knows that? Because he just kind of says it matter-of-factly.
Yeah, so hang on, because I want to see, like, I would react differently if I knew that already myself. So let me see if I already...
Well,
no, I have no no idea who those people are. So yeah, he says, Fisher, you've had run-ins with them before.
No, I just, have heard some of their infamy whilst I've been travelling around.
Yes. Okay.
Very nice, Jordan.
That's good
Thanks.
improvised. Yeah. Says, what do you know about them other than their heraldry?
They often have run-ins with religious groups and can be quite violent towards religious practices.
Regardless, not friendly. We obviously need to stay as far away as possible. Hope that we don't draw notice.
I forgot that was.
Yeah. Forgot what was on, but okay.
It's fine. Fine. So, you recognize that the people are bad.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they're to be avoided, and we need to get
To be avoided.
If
and
there's literally an entire infantry division up there, we have to be.
Well, this is just a small outpost that is flying the flag. But it does lend credence to the fact that the city is probably occupied by them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, especially if there's Barba here and Barba here
yeah.
and Barba.
It's a reasonable assumption then that the ones who were shooting at us from, the infantry that were shooting at us are not Ton.
Yeah. Yep.
Mistaking our ship.
So, ground movement it is this way, I would assume.
Yeah, we'll just have to kill some infantry on the
maybe
way.
even this way and then that way.
Yep.
Yeah, should be no problem.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all.
Across the giant clearing.
So we'll head to this area and then run to that area. It's the shortest distance on the clearing.
Okay.
Oh man. Are there any? Because we got to bring. If it was just us and there was something we had to mess up on the other side, I would be completely comfortable with that plan. However, we have to bring people back through that.
Mm-hmm.
Presumably alive.
Okay.
Preferably.
Preferably alive. Yeah. Let's
so,
go with preferably.
So what's your plan then?
Well, how many? So we were just looking in that direction, Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
How busy does that outpost look? All I know right now is that there's a flag.
Yeah, so it looks like kind of a standard road blockage outpost. And I know that doesn't mean anything to you really, but essentially there's going to be a series of concrete barricades alternating to prevent vehicles from simply just driving through. There's going to be a security checkpoint. There is probably going to be a contingent of maybe 30 to 40 troops. There is probably going to be communication stations, probably some vehicles, probably just transport vehicles at that point though, for supply runs.
That's actually, you said the magic word.
Yeah,
we may actually want that.
You could totally go up there and try and get a transport vehicle. Yes,
I think so. Yeah, Oscar. When we're all kind of standing at the very edge of this clearing, trying to mull our options, I think Oscar says, we may actually stand a better chance going to the outpost. We can see how many, we can see what forces are there. Perhaps we could even liberate a personnel carrier.
Is it South Park head turn from Fortune?
Probably. I'm like, Radios? They probably have radios. That's a very large force over here.
Yeah.
You propose we then walk our our those we're rescuing 2 miles across an open clearing.
I sure do. Well, the clearing's not 2 miles across.
They can use radios to announce our presence there when we're in full view also.
Yeah, but there's also a possibility we won't be spotted. If we go straight to the outpost, we're going to be spotted.
Depends.
And you being non-human will be bad.
Implicit in my suggestion was killing all of them. But yes, you are not wrong.
I mean, I don't think we can kill 30 people before someone can put some info out over a radio.
Yeah, the other difference being this is a Barber infantry division too, and I'm not saying that it's not possible. I mean, Oscar has a fucking assault suit, and you guys could actually just try to buzz the outpost with the ship weapons, and you could cause a lot of damage. But I have to say this just because I think I need to say it just to make you all aware, including everybody. These are Barba infantry. They're not the 4 health standard minions you've been fighting in the past.
Yeah.
Just so everyone's aware, so that when you guys do encounter them, because I do plan on having you encounter them eventually, they're gonna be credible threats in whatever number that they are.
Yes. So I guess the question, well, if we're not going to go completely ham, the alternate option is, since we've established previously Oscar's pretty mobile, he could go cause a mess up there while you guys
cut across the field.
Yeah, basically. Like he could go just cause a distraction and then be gone before, hopefully they even notice.
Maybe we could do that on the way out, see if we can't get to the Fortani state without that, and then on the way out you cause a distraction so we can get everyone across back to the ship.
I like that. I like that plan better. Why don't we try and okay, so Oscar, it's, we're all chatting about this, and we come to the consensus that we're gonna make noise on the way out, away from the path that we're taking these evacuees.
Correct.
That looks like a pretty good perception check from Gogo.
Sure does.
Did we just win an APC?
Hold on.
Was that the APC lottery?
Well, that was to see one.
While y'all were chatting.
Get one.
Well, in fairness, that we're probably, there's some distance to cover, and we're probably walking and discussing the options as we go.
So we're about 1 kilometer across that clearing. That's not terrible.
So how far are you away from me?
They're probably like on the other side of the road at this point.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, you said you were across the clearing.
No,
okay.
I think he was measuring.
No, at the edge.
At the edge of the clearing. I heard you wrong.
Yeah.
I'm measuring distances right now.
He's trying to figure out how fast they can actually run a kilometer without getting dead.
Yeah, or how fast we have to run a kilometer without getting dead.
Yeah, true. Good point.
Gogo overcomes would say, there appears to be some dust coming up down the road. Might be interested in some of that.
Fortune just is gone in the bushes somewhere.
Oof.
So yeah, I thought I was the only one that could teleport. So okay, just so I'm clear, are we gonna try and like steal this carrier as it's coming up the road? Is that what you're trying to
I
do?
mean, yeah.
No,
You're
because I'm
suggesting
thinking
to me that
hide
she was
because
watching the road and making sure that nobody was coming. However, if you are all in the need of a transport vehicle, one seems to be coming down this road.
I would say again radio, but if we want
Yeah.
one, we can take one.
I feel like your likelihood of driving down the road in one of those vehicles, you wouldn't get shot quite as fast as if you were, I don't know, running at them.
Well, we're also not going to be running down the road, but
Yeah.
I'm
It
sure
would be
No, I'm sorry, running across a field.
to
Sorry.
it
get
would be
through this
conspicuous.
to get through this outpost, they're probably going to do a check
Yeah.
on the vehicle, whoever's in it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So we wouldn't get past the outpost in the vehicle. I mean, we could take the vehicle across the field, but that would be just as inconspicuous as we would be.
Yeah, so I think that the dust that you see that's coming up, Gogo, it's probably right about here. Probably right about here right now. So you still can't see like what type of vehicle it is. But I think that at this point too, you realize it's multiple vehicles.
Oh fuck.
It's time to hide. Just
Yeah.
hope they don't see the ship and hide.
Yeah. Yeah, Oscar hunkers down, behind whatever he can manage.
Be
Yeah.
ready to go, but don't be the first one to shoot.
Yeah. And so I think that the three of you can see the vehicles first as they come around the corner. And the interesting thing is you can see like the dust kind of pluming up as well. But you don't hear them until they round the corner, and you see that in the lead is a Brahim hover tank, leading a column of other Brahim hover tanks, about 10 long.
Well, that sounds great, and they're all flying the Barba banner, right?
Yeah, and Dr. Fisher, since you rolled a 10 earlier, you know who these guys are too. So this is the Endewald division. Endewald Armor Division. That's Endewald Armor Division. And the bad news about these guys, Dr. Fisher, is they are probably in the top 3 for most dangerous armor divisions that Barba has that you're aware of.
Yeah.
And I think you can see there's guys on the secondary guns up top just kind of like looking around, and they're making a patrol with just a bunch of fucking hover tanks up and down the roadway.
I'd probably tell Gogo, have that rocket launcher ready.
That's not going to do anything to a hover tank.
Yeah, no.
But it's gonna do more than my rifle will, so
Stay low. He like Fortune. Oscar's like got his hand on Fortune's head, and he's like squashing him. Like they're probably just in a bush, like sure.
Yeah, and they roll by the three of you, and you just hear the
Fortune's making a ghillie suit while he's in the bushes.
Yeah, absolutely. And they roll by you and up the boulevard there.
Fuck.
And yeah, again, they're headed from the south, going towards the outpost. You know, they're just in routine patrol, but that does mean that they're on the lookout for things.
But they just drive straight past and go to the outpost.
Yeah.
Likely scenario. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Likely. Yes, that is.
Likeliest, even most likely.
That is a likely scenario indeed. So
they pass by uneventfully.
No, I'm just setting up the roll.
I get the reference.
Fuck!
Whoa. That guy sees us too, by the way.
Fuck.
Dude, he knows like that you stole some kid's lunch money in 3rd grade.
Yeah, and so I think that what happens is you hear the and the line of tanks kind of comes to a halt, and you can hear in vaguely German, right? You can hear some shouting and pointing like off in the direction. From the 3 of your vantage points, you can't really see all that well. Gogo, you're switching between cameras of the ship, and you find a camera like that looks out towards the roadway, and then you see the tanks break off and start headed towards the ship.
Go take off.
And they form
Fuck.
this. Yeah, so they form
Yeah.
this kind of like
Bye guys.
like staggered pattern, and you can see that like they're approaching, and yeah, no, they see you clear as day.
Bye. We'll call
Yeah,
you when you're ready for
no.
extraction.
No, for reals though.
No, for reals, I would tell you to leave.
You can't tell me. I mean, you can't tell me to leave over comms, but once I'm gone, there's no way for me to know when you guys are ready because of the.
Sure there is. I got a flare gun.
I still like our odds better with you.
No,
GTF odds.
I'm not saying that I'm not going to do that. I'm just saying that you
Well,
guys are more screwed than I think you think. But anyway.
So we never. I mentioned that there was something I wanted to do.
Yeah, what was that thing?
Before.
Go for it.
Before he got off the ship,
Yeah.
Oscar would have had a meeting with Oha,
Hmm?
who we already know can read my thoughts.
She does her level best. Yes.
Yeah, she has some ability to do that. Whether or not she can communicate with me is a whole other matter.
Yeah.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
But there would have been a conversation to say, if we get separated, listen and, just try.
Right.
So I think that we may actually have some minor fallback plan or way to signal that Oscar is going to bank on. But
yeah, we can definitely see if that works for sure.
Yeah,
I
it may or may
good.
not, but I do want to establish that there would have been a conversation with her beforehand about that.
Gogo, you fire up the engines, right?
They were never not fired, but
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
So that's clear.
Stand by. I need to make some rolls.
Yep, hit me.
Your compad pings and it's a little like wavy hand emoji from Oscar.
Yeah.
Wavy hand emoji. Love it. Alright, so this.
Our ship's got decent armor now. You'll be alright.
Yeah, totes.
Those are tanks.
They're tanks.
I'm just saying, our ship is designed to get shot at by other ships.
True.
And those are ships on the ground.
Yeah, so like I said, we've got decent armor. We'll be alright. Well,
Yeah.
we'll be alright. Gogo will be fine. I'm sure.
So, Gogo, the speed of the ship is currently 1. I want to make it here. Here we go. That's not how you spell laser. Oop.
LAZOR.
Incorrect.
Not for fortune.
We'll have it. Ooh. All right, so I'm gonna roll this. What's the AC of the ship?
Hold on. I think I have it pulled up still. I do
Also, I should actually roll this first. Let's see how many of them actually.
The ship's AC is 6. And the speed is 3?
She's not moving at 3 right now, though.
Okay, yeah, no.
Yeah, she's moving at 1. She just
Just
launched
took off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So okay, cool. The AC is 6, you said?
correct.
Oh wait. Bring this back. Alright, so the is 6. Speed is 1. No other modifier. Okay. So the first one's gonna get a shot. Yeah. Seems about right.
God damn.
So you don't actually take 16, by the way.
Yeah.
Because it's a ground vehicle shooting at a spaceship. Everything is reduced by 10, basically. So you take 6 of that damage, reduced by your armor.
And reduces AP of enemy and attack by 5.
Yeah, so let me look up the
Because
AP
of a
of this
hardened
weapon real quick.
polyceramic overlay.
Let me just make sure this doesn't have... can't work through that.
So you would take no damage from that then.
Yeah, I like the idea of no damage. Let's go with that.
Unless,
I
well, it
just gotta
depends
look
on what
up
the armor
the-
penetration of that.
Yeah, I have
it's
to
a,
see what
it's a
that-
love tap. It's a love tap is what it is. They're just letting you know.
Yeah, let me see what the AP of this thing, because I think it does have AP. But that's a different book for whatever dumb reason.
Well, this escalated quickly. I have
Yeah.
to say that.
Yeah.
Sure did.
This went from an extraction mission to a don't die mission.
Just so you know, it was always a don't die mission, in case that was unclear.
That was perfectly clear. Yes.
Well, that wasn't the original.
I thought we would at least get to the estate before we had to worry about dying.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have any AP against you, so it just glances off the hull.
Yay! Now fly away before they fire something.
I'm trying.
Then I would say half of them are going to get to attack.
Well, as long as they all don't roll 20, I think we'll be all right.
You didn't say that.
But that's a lot of dice for damage. God
Jesus
damn, Jordan! What the fuck?
Christ, what the fuck? Ugh.
Can you please just stop?
So,
Just stop.
that's 12 damage before armor.
-7, so you take 4 damage.
The ship takes 4 damage.
Okay.
And I said half of them, so there's going to be a couple more. 6.
Well, we're down to 16.
Okay, that one's a miss. Okay, there's a hit.
What?
Are you
What
shitting me?
the fuck? Are you fucking serious?
Alright, so that's 9 damage for...
So -7, so 2 damage.
And then uno mas. Where you're able to boost out of range.
Not making it easy
Repairs to
tonight,
the ship
Jordan.
are
Here's
going to be more
our
costly
What?
than whatever we...
motherfucker.
And that was with a 9.
When have we ever hit that much ever on anything ever? Like what?
Well, look at how many dice they have to roll to hit,
So
though.
that's 15 damage.
Yeah, -7, so 8 damage.
How's the ship?
The ship is at 6.
I have 6 health. The ship is about to fucking
So,
explode.
go. You punch it, and then 5 of them, and they just rocket up there. Even hover tanks can take care of spaceships if they need to. And I think that
No shit.
the first one,
When you roll like that, motherfucker.
the first one like crunches into the side and you kind of wobble a little bit, and then the second one hits a solid hit and you smoke like kind of consoles are frying inside the cockpit. The third one flies across the bow. The fourth one kind of hits in the engines, and I think you hear Chan like all broken up on comms. He's like, we're losing some power, and then his radio traffic's cut off as the fifth one hits it, and just you can feel the ship jumble, and you actually begin to lose altitude. I think go, and you got to kind of like pull it up, and you probably skim the bottom of the trees, and the 3 of you on the ground. You see the smoke start, you see the ship dip below the horizon, and the smoke just billow up over it. And then when all hope seems lost, you see the ship kind of like rocking side to side continue off into the distance. And you can hear like the hover tanks probably keep firing, but at this point the ship is far enough out of range that they can't hit it. And they're just and unfortunately 3 of you are left stranded as Gogo flies her battered and broken ship off into the sunset. And I think there is probably no better place to end for the day.
No.
Hey, Oscar, how far away does that brain reading thing work?
Not that far.
Well,
It depends. We'll see. We'll work that out.
that's not up to me to decide.
So, you guys want some experience?
No.
No.
Yes.
I rolled really well. There's a lot of
No
That's an
fucking
understatement.
shit.
there was 2 20s and a 19 in there. That was good.
And then your damage rolls, all but the first one, are all over half.
Yeah, all I didn't roll below a 6 on any but one single dice of all those damage.
Yeah. Everything else is a 6 or over.
Hey, I'm just saying this. Barba knows how to shoot.
Now I'm saying this, Jordan's rolling all my attack rolls from now on.
You get like a +9 now, man. It's so fun.
I think our objective may have just changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say that much.
Cool. Well, I guess we'll find out next week.
I've got 2 plans.
Are either of them good?
Well, a plan is better than no plan. I'll say that.
This is what happens when you
Dr.
guys
Fisher.
decide to join in a fucking war.
Hey,
Whoa.
Will. Hey, Will. Maybe you don't sleep through a session then. Maybe you would have an
come to
opinion.
the sessions.
Precisely, blame Gogo for this. I blame Gogo for all of this.
I blame all of you.
Love
Fortune
it.
doesn't care. He's still just sitting there making his ghillie suit.
They're
I
in
mean,
the-
to
the-
be fair, Gogo blames Gogo for this too, so it's fine. It's
There's-
totally fine.
There's some regret happening in
Yeah.
the cockpit of
all the
Black Betty.
all the free actions of regret. Just all
Yep.
of them. Actually, probably full actions at
God.
this point.
Well, you rolled a 13,
Yeah.
2 20s, a 19, and 4 above average, considerably above average attack rolls.
Well,
This is
no,
a pretty
I think-
inauspicious way to.
No, are you ready for the best part? All of the damage dice, except for 1 damage dice, was above average on this
Yeah.
Yeah.
single dice roll.
Yeah.
Out of 12 dice?
So yeah, out of a max 30, you rolled a 16, 22, 19, and 25.
Yeah.
Correct. That is correct.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I guess more importantly,
Well-
to put it in perspective, with a minimum of 3, he rolled a 25, 19, 22, and 16.
I feel
Like,
like if
that's
we
just
add that
nuts.
all together, that's the most damage that's been done since we started this campaign in simply 4 rolls.
Yeah, combined
absolutely.
probably.
Combined. No, I'm not. I think that that's actually true.
The first one I actually I forgot to add 1 bonus in there, so that's why it's a 31 instead of a 32 on that natural 20.
Oh yeah, okay.
I forgot to add the fact that it's a laser bonus and it's more accurate.
Yeah, that's because that matters, right?
I mean,
Hmm.
yeah.
Totally.
Not when you're rolling a 20, but yeah. Good lord.
I mean, I can re-roll it. I think that one dealt no damage anyway. I can re-roll that attack if you want.
No.
Okay. Making sure.
I'm just complaining to complain because that's knucking futs all of that.
Yeah. I think that's perfect though. I think it's honestly perfect. It is exactly what should have happened in that scenario, probably.
Probably.
Not to
I
mention,
don't-
by the way, not to mention the 13 on the perception check.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
Will, how big is Fisher's regret?
Will just broke.
Welcome to the Ton home world.
Yeah, this is where you live now.
Yeah.
Hey, the good news is property values are low. They're like
Yeah.
the
a real-
lowest they've ever been ever.
It's a real buyer's market right now.
yeah.
But the other good news is I'm human and I have military background.
Hmm.
Hello, Barba.
Yeah, I'm just gonna change sides because this is no win at this point.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
die or join the Emini. Emini?
Yeah.
Join the enemy. Yeah.
I mean, Emily is correct. I feel.
Yeah.
Mhm. So
Fantastic.
yeah. So
s-
experience.
Yeah. You know what? I'm feeling generous. Everybody get a 1500 experience. Take an extra, take a pity 500.
Hey Jordan, you sure you can't make that like 1696?
Pretty sure.
Specifically, no.
Okay, then how about 1600?
Specifically, no. 1500.
Damn it. I am 200 experience away from leveling up.
Will, are you having a stroke?
No.
What
Well,
in the
we'll just,
fuck was that?
Should we
That's
call
it.
the queen?
Yeah. Do I need to?
Yeah. Somebody get Will a towel.
Do I need to call the British police? Like,
Somebody needs to be notified.
were you being garroted?
I am 20 experience
Oh
over.
my god.
Yay! Over!
That's
Yay!
good.
Woo!
It's
That's
almost
pretty
like
funny.
I knew exactly how much experience he needed to level up.
Shut up! You're
And I
lying.
said-
You're
And,
lying. Shut
and
up,
how
you're
much
lying.
Devin
It
needs
didn't
not
need-
to.
Yeah.
Um,
Now only one level up per session. We can't have more than one. So 1500.
Well, I feel it in my bones that Dr. Fisher's gonna need that HP. So
mm,
Yeah.
I think he's gonna feel it in his bones.
Yeah.
considering that I seem to be the damage sponge of this group.
Oh,
You know what you should do though, Will? Just have Jordan roll your health, and
Yeah.
you'll be fine. No big deal.
no, because the difference is my rolls always go against the players, so I will roll low.
Yeah.
Also,
I
I assume I can just reveal this now. By the way,
Reveal what?
yeah.
the giant Barba controlled text.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah. Figured as much.
That was the assumption all.
Yeah. What? I mean, when we went to this planet, that was the assumption. No, the
Yeah.
whole
So
the
that
whole
makes me
thing, the
wonder
whole space.
if this isn't actually out here now.
What?
Did you see my ping?
Nanny.
I did. Are you implying that we just get the hell out?
That's one of my two plans.
That was what I was suggesting.
I mean, Gogo is already the hell out, but
Yeah.
Yeah, Gogo might actually go off planet. She's just done. Like, I'm gone
Well,
forever.
that's what I was asking.
she's like,
because
I tried the whole war thing. It didn't work out. I'm gonna just go.
Yeah, I
Bye.
looked into this war thing, and I'm not really a fan. So I'm
Yeah.
It was not. I mean, they kept blowing holes in my ship.
First
so
impressions
I just
really
kinda...
matter,
Oh,
and this
my
whole
God.
war.
I mean, Gogo is actually that
God
beautiful,
damn
so don't put it past her.
Yeah.
Well-
so
It's safe to say that this moment will be one of those moments that we go, "Hey, you remember that time I almost killed the ship with hover tanks?"
no, this is one of those moments where we go. You remember where Jordan made us all not play Stars Without Numbers again?
Yeah, remember the time we all just quit and never came back? Yeah, I remember that time.
Yeah.
Speak for yourselves.
Yeah, Matt's super in now, like extra in.
Yeah, I mean, mission parameters have changed, but Oscar's got a fucking generator and can run this suit indefinitely, so
It's true. It's a good point.
he's at least taken some of these guys down with him.
Also, I assume I don't. Let's just go ahead and change it from landing area to area formerly known as landing area.
It's a tank parking lot now. Is really what it is.
I would just name it deconstruction area.
It's fucking great.
Cool. Well, that's all I got for you guys tonight.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, no, just the
that?
all of that damage. Yeah. Mhm.
Well, I'm glad we only played for like 3 hours tonight.
Yeah.
Because I'd hate to see what this fourth hour would have been like.
Yeah. No, it would have been. This is the easy part.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Gogo's leaving. Yeah. That was
Goddamn catastrophe. Yeah, correct. Yeah, actually, the real start to season 2 is a couple of you are making a new character, and we're either playing on the planet or back on the ship, and that's just how it goes. Yeah.
Yep. Never to be.
Well, no.
This is-
Actually, one of you plays
this is
Chan, one of you
basically-
plays Oha, and then we'll make
Yeah.
a new character, and that'll be it.
This is gonna be like split sessions between the Gogo and Oha show, and the three of us on the ground like struggling to
Well,
survive.
Yeah, no,
I'm sorry, we are also struggling to survive.
Yeah, no.
Hello, the ship is going
You can-
down,
you can
in
just
case you weren't
leave.
sure.
You can just
I don't know that I actually can make it to another spike drive with 6 HP.
Oh,
I don't
no.
know that
Actually,
that occurred. So.
one more thing we should do, because I've been doing this for narrative sense. We need to roll some dice to see where those hits actually struck. I just remember that I've been doing that with when your vehicle gets hit. So let's figure that out.
Can't we just say it's spread out nice and uniformly and nothing is in critical
2, 3,
damage?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Someone roll me 3d9, please. Actually, 3d10. Roll 3d10, and on a 10, it will be not affecting one of the critical components. Okay. Wow.
2, 3, 2.
So, yeah, you ready for this?
No.
2 is the cockpit. It got hit twice.
No. 2 is the polychromic overlay. It's been burned off.
Shut up. Yay. That's a win.
Don't
like
roll it. No.
Well, the 3 is the spike drive.
Yeah, of course it is.
Of course,
Okay.
yeah. I like my roll better. We're using my roll.
That's not how any of this
I'd
works.
rather the armor have gotten burned off because I don't think we took critical damage to the spike drive. Is that accurate?
Yeah, it's not critical damage.
Okay.
So, like, the armor did its job and we can still fly it.
But now
It
we're
still
I like-
needs
we don't
to be
have any more.
repaired, though.
Yeah, it can still fly. There might be like a -1 on a navigation check to not die in drive space, though.
Well,
Great.
that's why we have rerolls, isn't it?
Yeah, and Chan for emergency repairs.
Yeah.
So,
Remember, Jordan, narratively, death is the most boring thing you can do to us.
Yeah, unless it fits the story.
Is that the thing?
Wow, that was an addendum that I have never heard of. Since when did
so
that?
you just wanted a
occur?
1-episode season? That's what you wanted?
Well, no, you guys just you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I had faith in you.
So,
Yeah.
all right.
I'm
That
just gonna
makes
hide
sense.
behind like the R in catastrophe there on the map. I
Forever.
hope that nobody sees me.
Forever.
Yeah. Build a little shack underground. Just
Yeah.
don't find me here.
Cool. Well, I can't wait to see how you guys get out of this one. In the meantime, I'm gonna go do the outro. It was fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch the season finale for Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Gonna think about my new character.
We should probably all do that.
I can't wait for the "I told you so"s from Dr. Fisher. By the way, I'm super ready. My entire being is ready for the "I told you so." So
Yeah.
I believe in you, Will.
Oh, don't worry. Yeah. We'll be under fire, and I'll still be saying, "Oh, let's just go on a nice trip to save some VIPs." What could
Fisher.
possibly go wrong?
Fisher, shut up and shoot them. Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be the Benny Hill of wars, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. I'll talk to you guys next week.
Adios.
Goodbye.
Oh, God. Goodbye.
Bye,
Actually,
stream.
Goodbye forever.
Oh boy, that was great. That was pretty fantastic. So, oh, Matt, nice new badge. Look at that. Look at that nice new badge. Thank you all for being here. It's been wonderful. It's been fantastic. It's been lovely. Hope you all enjoyed the first session. We started off pretty slow and then got pretty fucking exciting there at the end. I rolled like a beast. So maybe that'll continue. Maybe it won't. You'll have to show up next time. Find out. From all of us to you, may you always pass your saving throws. May you always encounter the least resistance. As always, try not to die. Yeah.